In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. This is the fourth episode of Safwa. Adam and Eve now are on earth. With them is the devil, of course. I don't want to forget to say that jinn are types. There are good jinn and there are bad jinn. And Iblis is one of the bad jinn. We call them the demons, the devil. Adam and Eve started their office and they started their life on earth. They have children. And the children have children. So they have grandchildren and grandchildren. 10 generations, generation after generation. All of them were righteous. And they heard the story of the Garden of Eden from their father, Adam, or grandfather, or grandfather, according to their order on the generations. 10 generations, all of them are righteous people. Then the devil again started his work. He started from day one, but his efforts start to show. There are 5 persons who are good persons. And they were good examples of good people. Their name is mentioned in the Quran. Their names were mentioned in the Quran. Wud, Siwa, Yaghuth, Yaghuth, Nasra. 5 persons. They were good attitude, good behavior, worshipping God, good manners. So Satan told the people, of course, not in his physical shape, whispered to them that why don't you make a statue of those 5 people and put them in the mosque, just to remember them. When you see them, you will glorify. When you see them, you will glorify God. You will praise God. Just by remembering them. Don't worship them. This is not allowed. They did that. Generation after generation, they started to think that those have a divine characters. At the end, generation after generation, they started to worship them. So as they are the one who will take their prayers and give it and take it up to Allah. As a mediator. And this is how wickedness started. A lot of people became rebellious. And some of them, they choose to be atheist, some agnostic. Some are Gentiles, worshipping stones. This is how worshipping stones and things, polytheistic religion started. This is the way. Satan took them step by step. One generation came, none of this generation was a righteous person. None of them. All of the sons of Adam and Eve forget the covenant with God in the Garden of Eden. Except one person, That's Noah, النبي نوح عليه السلام. Nuh عليه السلام. He was the only one on his generation that was worshipping God. And he knows God, and he knows the true story of the Garden of Eden. Of course, it was ages and ages between him and Adam. God knows, only God knows about this time span between Noah and Adam. It must be, in my opinion, there is nothing in Quran or Sunnah to tell us how much was this period. But I think it was a very lengthy, maybe millions of years. Because for humans to shift from all believers to a generation of all disbelievers, this will need a lengthy period. Noah get married one of them. She's not a believer. She was deceiving Noah. She was deceiving Noah. He had 4 children, 3 of them believers, 1 chose not to believe. He was on the side of his mother. Only few of his people, poor people, believed Noah and they followed his teaching. Noah took a very lengthy time, maybe 950 years, as Quran said, because their ages, they were aging very lengthy time. So 950 years, Noah was trying to convince people that what they are doing is wrong. Wud, Siwa, Yaghuth, Nasra are not gods. They are statues of people, and they were handmade by people. They are not God. Nobody would listen to him. 950 years. Till the news comes to Noah from Allah that nobody will embrace Islam anymore. All of them are rebellious. So he started to pray to God that this generation are rebellious generation. So you may end their lives and bring other people who worship you. God listens to his prayers, and he asked Noah to build an ark, a very big ark, ship. So he started. He was a carpenter. So he started to do this ark, gathering woods, nails, fixing the ark, of course by the direction of God, by teaching of God, because it should be a very special ark. It could accommodate him and his 3 sons, plus the other believers, few believers only, and the domestic animals that he may need in his second life, the second life of the human beings. How big is it? And how much people and animals, only God knows. This is not the issue. The issue is that Noah will be the second father of the human beings. And then comes the flood. The flood started. The heavens start to rain heavily. And the earth, the ground pouring blood. The ground pouring water. And then waves started to take the ark. He shouted to his son, the fourth son. The fourth son said, "No, I will go to a mountain that will protect me." He said, "Son, I'm your father. I know God. I know what wrath means. I know what flood means. You know me very well. You'll be killed, my son. Come along. Save yourself in this life and save yourself in the hereafter. My son, you were living with me a very lengthy time. All your life, you know me. Believe me. Did I tell you once a lie? Did I say something wrong? I'm telling you, not from myself. This is a revelation from God. My son, he refused. No way. That means that if there is a problem in your feelings, in your attitude, in your attention, nobody can help you. Even if your father is a prophet, it will not help. Every individual has the ability to choose between right and wrong. Nobody will intervene in your decision, even if he is your father or a husband, like the wife of Noah. She was killed in the flood. Actually, I mean, if you think of this, she knows that he is righteous. She knows that he will never tell a lie. And then she chose to die with the other infidels. Very big problem. Subhanallah al-Azim. All of them, all of Noah people died. Even his son and his wife. Only he and 3 of his sons and the other believers saved from the flood. And then after the flood finished, they landed, and God knows where is the place. It's not the issue. And then they started another life. That's why we call Noah as the second father of the human being. By this, we conclude this episode of Safwa. We'll see you next episode. Till then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.